Welcome to another virtual adult improv show with the LA Connection players. I'm Ken Scove, the founder and owner of the LA Connection. We're in our 46th year of dishing out fine comedy improv. Today we're going to do a long form piece. I'll be telling you all about that in just a few moments. But if you want to check out this team, this is a 5 p.m. Sunday team, go to the YouTube channel LAC Comedy on YouTube. Click on the playlist and then go click on Sunday at 5 p.m. Some of these people have been with me going on about 2.5 years. Some maybe a couple years, some a year, some are brand new. Today, first show, we're going to introduce all the cast right now. Starting with Brian.
Hey guys, thanks for being here.
And Brandon, his second show with us.
Brandon, I like sports.
James.
Hey, thanks for tuning in.
Amelia, it's her first show with us.
Your resident Canadian here. Hey guys.
Maddie.
Hey, thanks for being here.
Alex.
Hi guys, thank you for watching.
Easton.
Hello.
Andrea.
Hi, thank you for being here.
Andrew.
Hey, thanks for watching. It's going to be a great show.
Let's tell everybody what the show is while you guys go get in your costumes and get prepared for what will be a fine long-form show. It's called Neighborhood Watch. And I'm the oldest community member. I've been living in this community for over 60 years. I inherited my house from my parents, and they lived here, years before that. So probably about close to 100 years, my family's been part of this community. When my family first moved in, it was very rural, a lot of animals, farms, ranches, and probably maybe 250, 300 people lived in the town. Well, right now we're approaching about 2,400 people. Since the pandemic, a lot of people have moved in doing remote work, and that's happened since about 2020 to 2023. So we had an influx, probably just before the pandemic, we were just short of 1,000 people. So we've doubled in 3 years. So obviously along with that has come crime. We've had unusual activities, people walking the streets at different hours at night. There's been some public disturbances. There's been some vandalism, some tagging of some of our stores downtown, as well as some of our street lights, crosswalks. People have been carjacking and stealing catalytic converters, and there's been also some break-ins. So we've had a lot of stuff going on here, and some of the maintenance of the properties, because some of these properties, the owners moved out when everybody started moving in. They liked the rural activity, so they've rented their properties because a lot of the properties were already paid for so long. But we do have some community members who are still here, and then we have some new ones that have come in, and some have been here for, few, 3, 4, 5 years. And so what I did is I sent out an email to anybody I had an email address to, or I also mailed letters to everybody, so they got emailed and the letters from me, asking if anybody would be willing to join one of our committees. I've got 5 committees, and you'll find out about those committees in just a few moments. So I did get 9 people to volunteer, me being the 10th, which I thought was just fantastic, to actually join 2 people in each committee and see if we can kind of bring this town back to where it was about 4 or 5 years ago, because it was a beautiful town. We did get some tourism. We have a neighboring town about 5 miles down the road that gets more tourism than us, but they got to pass through our town to get to that town. So we definitely get some people dropping in and out of town. I asked everybody, all 9 of the people, to do a Facebook, on my Facebook page, to do about a 1 minute or so presentation about themselves, because everybody doesn't know everybody in this town. So they'll tell everybody how long they've been here, maybe a little bit about their family, or if they have roommates or kids, or parents, or, who they're living with, and maybe what they do for a living. I know some people travel in and out of town who live here now too. So we're going to get to know a little bit about each one of those 9 people before I bring them all in for my Zoom meeting. And everything's going to be done on Zoom because some of the people prefer not to leave their houses and get in a lot of people still. So I said, okay, we're going to keep the committees to 2, and we'll do all the stuff on Zoom. So right now I'm going to see my first person to do the Facebook is going to be Brian. So I'm going to go and turn on my Facebook page so Brian can come in. I'm going to leave right now, and let's bring Brian in to do his Facebook post. Go ahead and take me out. Thanks.
Hey there. I'm Brian. I moved into this neighborhood a few years back. I think it was actually right before all the shutdown stuff happened. I'm a baseball coach. I coach at the town that's a few miles out of here, but this looked like a nice place to stay and chill. And I noticed recently over the past probably about a year or so, things have started getting real nasty around the neighborhood. You know, like people's houses just look like crap. You know, it's as a coach, I want my field to always look pristine. It has to look the best for our fans, you know. And I feel like somebody's house is the same way, you know. Like you can't let the shingles get all roughed up. You can't let your paint chip. You got to keep your weeds down, all that kind of jazz. So I'm really hoping we can get some shaping up going around this neighborhood. Maybe we can turn this neighborhood into a home run, if you know what I mean.
And here's Brandon.
Hi, my name is Brandon, and I'm ticked off. I've been hearing a lot of chatter amongst the town about my dang horses. Now, my horses did not jump their said fence. I built myself at the local Home Depot and jump and go and take a bit massive doo-doo on your front lawn. Now, I understand it's a problem, but we got to work together because it's on my front lawn too. But it ain't my horses. Let's work together.
And here's James.
Hey, I'm James. I'm 35 years old. I'm the assistant supervisor at one of the warehouses in town. I've been here for about 5.5 years, I think, this month. And I rent. The warehouse gig is good. You know, it gives me some income. That's like my daytime kind of a thing. But my real passion outside of that is actually bands. I've been playing music for a long time, and I also love to make music videos for bands. So if you are in a band and you want to make a music video or record at my place, I got the goods.
And here's Amelia.
Hi, my name's Amelia. I'm 29 years old, and I don't remember the last time I slept. I have a newborn here and a 2-year-old. I came back to the neighborhood when my kids were born because I was raised here. My parents' house is just down the road, and it was a lovely place growing up, and so I feel like my kids should deserve that kind of environment as well. Except now they're driving me crazy, and I'm sorry, my brain is on backwards. I feel like it's my duty to this community to help out and as much as I can with whatever hours I have left of awakeness, I volunteer that time to this community. So thank you, everybody. So Jimmy, stop running. Come on.
And here's Maddie.
Hello there. My name is Maddie. I am 36 years old. I've lived in this community for, probably as long as it's been here. And my role is I'm the executive matchmaker at the Final Rose matchmaking company, and I am personally responsible for putting people together between this community and other communities near and far. It's been really difficult these past several months, days, weeks. I don't know how long it's been, but I work from home and it's not peaceful anymore. I left the big city to escape the rat race and try to find a more peaceful life here. And there have been far too many disturbances, and it needs to change. So I hope that we can join together and make a change.
Here's Alex.
Well, hello, everybody on Facebook and, all that fun stuff. My name is Alex. You guys probably don't really know me. You might know my group. I'm with the Square to Lace Circus. We're in town. We'll probably be here about a month. This is the closest spot that we could get an Airbnb. So there's going to be about anywhere from 7 to 10 people staying here. We've got a 3-bedroom. The guy's been great. But yeah, if you see all the signs, I'm going to be in those shows. I'm an aerialist with the Square Dolay. So keep your eyes open. But yeah, I'm just glad to be representative for my house, my group. And yeah, I'm just glad to be here.
And here's Easton.
Hi, I'm Easton. I'm 30 years old. I'm a firefighter. I moved here about a month ago because, well, frankly, I'm always here anyways. I get called in for fires, cats stuck in trees, dogs stuck in trees, birds stuck in trees, horses stuck in trees. So I figured cut out the middleman, just move to the neighborhood, try to figure out what's going on. Because personally, I'm a truth seeker. I seek the truth, and I don't care who I got to kiss to get there. I'll kiss you. I'll kiss your dad. You. But anyway, that's me. So.
And here's Andrea.
Oh, it's not. It's sorry. The light. I mean, sorry. I'm a little shy. So, hi everyone. My name is Andrea. I'm 44 years old. I'm a history teacher, and I work like in the area. And this was the best spot, especially because I've been looking for a spot like this for years. And did you know what this place is very popular for? Like, did you know what happened here in history? I mean, absolutely nothing. So this is the only place in the world where never interesting ever happened. So I was really looking for a quiet place because I panic very easily. Just my young students already, they are a little too much for me. I look forward to retire, and I came here, just moved here only about a week ago. Yeah, so it's about a week ago, and it is. Oh, the police again. It's the second time that it happens this week. I need to talk to the manager. I think it's getting worse in here. There's something that I don't know. I'm not happy with that. It happened the same thing during the colonial settlements in the Midwest. I need to talk to the manager.
And here's
Thank
Andrew. Now let me turn his audio on.
Hey, my name's Andrew. I am 29 years old. I am actor. I haven't been working much recently since college. So it's been a little while, but I work at the local grocery store here. And I'm really good friends with some of the people around. They've just been talking about how things have kind of been going off the rails with the town. So, hope it doesn't affect my life, but there you go.
Okay, now I'm going to call everybody into the Zoom meeting. So if everybody would like to come on in. I really would like to thank each and every one of you for volunteering. There's a lot of stuff going on in the town. And I'm sorry about your horses, Brandon, and your fence. There has been a lot of public disturbances with barnyard animals. Cows have been getting out chickens. The rooster is making a lot of noise. We have more houses closer to the farms now than we used to, so we're getting a little bit of complaints from that. We tell people when they move in here, look, there's a lot of barnyard animals, there's a lot of farm, there's a lot of horses, there's going to be poop in the roads. I mean, it just goes. But we got to try and curb it a little bit because now with, we used to only have less than 1,000 people, and we all kind of knew each other. I know a few of you, like Andrea, I know you're kind of new in the town, and some of you guys, Alex, I know you're kind of passing through with the circus. So, some people have been with us for a lot longer, but I know we did need a history teacher, Andrea, so I appreciate you stepping up because it's hard to find teachers now. So thanks. And it's a small school. We have, less than like 200 people in the school, so I appreciate that. We're the only school that has K through high school. Yeah, because we just don't have that many people here. Some are going to the the one next door. But what I did is I try to create 5 areas, I mean, and I'll pair you up and ask you what committee you want to work on. But I have vandalism. So as you know, there's been a lot of tagging downtown in our little strip mall area. Some of the street signs have been tagged, some crosswalks. People are even scratching cars with keys and mailboxes, you know. So there's just been a lot of stuff going on with vandalism, and we need to kind of stop that. Okay, some of the windows downtown were broke. Break-ins. There's been more break-ins in this last 6 months than normal in town with the more people moving in. Some people are breaking and stealing stuff. A lot of TVs have been missing, computers, stuff like that. But some people even broke in for food, because I know we're having more of a homeless problem in town now too, which brings me to unusual activities, which is one of them is homeless. Some of the homeless we think could be breaking in for food because they don't steal anything else but food. And other things in unusual activity, we have stalkers. You know, I know Easton, you thought someone was stalking you, and so I'm sorry to hear that. There's peeping Toms. Maddie, who's been here for pretty much all her life, says now people are looking through her windows. So we've had some peeping Toms. We think there could be some drug dealers in town now, because there's people on corners now that they don't even live in the town, I don't think. Some I don't even recognize. And then we don't know if there's some hookers going on too, because down the corner near the gas station, that corner tends to have some rather attractive looking women now that weren't there before. That's an unusual activity. And then maintenance. And I heard, Andrea, when you came in here and you said some of the houses were run down, which is, you've only been here a week and you can look and see the houses. I know, Brian, you complained about that too. I appreciate that, Brian. Thanks for coaching our kids. And, you know, with such a small team we have, because I know we work with the other town next door and create a pretty good team. But I think you're going to get kids that maybe got a chance to go to the Little League World Series this year. So I know you're also teaching our high school, so I appreciate you doing both, double duty. So yeah, the houses need to be maintained better. Some of them are letting hedges overgrow. There's cars parked on lawns now. So we need to take care of that. And then the public disturbance. Seems like more younger people have moved into town and they stay out later. One, they had drag racing down our main road. They had, one had a megaphone and they were protesting, saying that they want to get rid of all the old people in town, people over 70. That's weird, because I'm approaching that age and I'm one of the longest residents here. I'm telling you right now, I ain't leaving because of some kid who just moves into our neighborhood and thinks all the, so they're trying to take over. And these kids could also be creating, you know, break-ins and vandalism too, I don't know. But there does seem to be an unruly bunch of kids that kind of hang out with each other. I know there's not a lot to do in this town, so that's probably why the drug use has gone up, and, you know, ladies of the night and all sorts of weird stuff. Anyway, those are the 5 areas, okay? I'm going to let you go into breakout rooms, and your breakout rooms are secure. Only one will be in the room will be you two, so you can talk about whatever you want. Hopefully you talk about your committee a little bit as well. And then I'm going to have you come in randomly and talk to me to tell me what you've discovered, what you've seen, what you've heard, so we can, in our final Zoom meeting, we can have some sort of resolution about what all our committees have done. Okay, so the first committee is vandalism. Who wants to work on that committee? Okay, Andrew and Andrea. Okay, so the double A's. Okay, break-ins. Break-ins? Okay, Amelia. Okay, and Easton. Break-ins. Okay. Unusual activity. Okay, Alex and Brandon. And Brandon? Okay. We only get, sorry, Maddie, I appreciate your volunteering, but we can only have 2 for each committee. Maintenance. Okay, Brian and James. And that means, Maddie, you and I will be doing public disturbance. Maddie, okay. If you don't mind, guys, could you put that next to your names, what your committee is, so that way I can remember and when I see you come back on Zoom, so I don't have to remember everything. Okay, so let's see. Okay, we got the break-ins, unusual activities. Anybody have any questions before I send you to your breakout rooms? Okay. Well, I've kind of laid out some of the stuff going on. Amelia, you want to put it that you're in break-ins?
I tried. I really don't know how. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, I know you're kind of worried about, you know, the kids and stuff like that. Yeah.
I'll remember. I promise.
Okay, thank you, Amelia. Okay, well let's start out with the breakout room of vandalism. That's Andrea and Andrew, and everybody else, including myself. I'm going to go into my breakout room with Maddie. So go ahead and get rid of me, and whatever you guys want to talk about, you're secure.
All right. Hey, so
Meet you
the
first.
thing.
I mean, I'm new in the area.
Yeah. So has your car been getting scratched up? Because I've noticed that just living around here, like I'm an actor, so I'm in my car all day going to auditions on and off. And
you are around a lot, and yeah, and
yeah, it's just getting kind of, you know, my paint job is getting ruined by these guys.
It was I know this is a little bit off topic, but it was an actor who killed, you know, the most important president. And sorry, this is like
yeah.
Who
was that?
You don't know that?
No, I don't.
Oh, I'm sorry. I understand this is a lot for you, but I didn't mean to. This was supposed to be just an icebreaker, no, nothing else. But I understand. Yes. No, it's okay.
Oh, no, it's like just an interesting fact. I mean, I get it. You're a history teacher, so.
Yeah, sure. And I cannot imagine you at all, like, you know, killing someone or hurting anyone. So I'm just.
Well.
Yeah. Great. Wow. Great start. So, all right. So actually, I volunteered to be part of this group about vandalism because I believe that my students are, you know, they are responsible for the acts of vandalism. And
your students are involved, you think?
Horrible, especially the youngest ones. You know, it's a small school. It's only 200 people. So this is weird. This is the first time I teach, like sometimes in a class, I have the youngest is 3 years old. The oldest is 18 years old. So it's very challenging for me as a history teacher.
Oh, in one class?
In one class, yeah. Because it's such a small school. So from kindergarten, from pre-K to high school, all, you know, in only one school.
Oh my gosh.
Students total. Yeah.
How do you keep up with the curriculum?
Oh yeah, I know. That's very challenging. It's really, really tough. But especially, you know, like, the youngest ones, they are really terrible. The other day, I was supposed to teach the class. They were all, you know, yelling and running. When I broke in, that reminded me like the Alamo battle. It was really horrible.
Alamo, I'm not familiar with that.
Oh, it's okay. It's not a problem. It's just a famous battle, but that reminded me of the kids. They were like fighting into each other. It was brutal.
Maybe have you talked to your students about like vandalism or anything like that? And
I do. I try to, you know, start the conversation in a sweet way. Maybe I use my humor, like Mark Twain, and then so I start up with a joke, and then I try to talk to them about how important it is to be responsible, to respect the teacher, to respect the place to respect,
Right.
especially
Go into
Right.
the breakout room
Just
break-ins.
respect property.
yeah, property.
Hi, sorry.
You,
I'm a
you
little
finally
all
got the
over
little one to
place.
sleep?
Yeah, I think it took a diaper change, and now I feel like I have poop everywhere. But do continue. Tell me what's on your mind, honey.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest with you, Amelia. I mainly joined the break-ins committee not because, break-ins are my main forte, but I really wanted to talk to you about all the, Irish and your house hay, and
Sorry, honey, I'm on 3 hours of sleep. You're gonna need to try again.
the house fires.
Oh yes, I've been worried about those too.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with new kids around. Like both my children are 2 and under. It's
Mhm.
insane. I can't just worry about my house being up in flames. Come on.
Well, yeah.
You know?
I'm just really concerned because I've noticed a lot of the fires, because I've been doing my research in this. I'm a firefighter.
That's true.
Have been around the radius of your house. Like if you triangulate it, it's or yay house hay,
Well, listen, I feel like I'm a waking zombie at any given moment. So maybe there's things that I'm missing, but I really don't think, my wife is very responsible and reliable, and she was a Girl Scout, so she knows how to set a controlled fire. So I don't think it could be her. So listen, I don't know. I'm not saying I don't believe you. Maybe it's my neighbor. I don't know. Because I don't know if I really trust my neighbor. I'll be very honest with you.
Okay. Okay.
So
Well, I know postpartum can do some crazy things, so I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, let me tell you.
Yeah. Okay. So break-ins.
Yeah.
It's been happening all over the place. The homeless coming in, stealing food. Have you ever just had that sense of dread, though, that someone's just in your house just looking at you and they've broken in?
Sort of, yeah.
Sort of.
The occasional, I just always chalked it up to maybe some kind of, new mom anxiety of someone's coming in to kidnap my children. I don't know. I kind of chalked it up to that, but maybe if you're hearing things too, I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe there's
I work a lot at night, but every time that I'm sleeping, in the daytime or the nighttime, I just feel like that there's someone in my house watching me,
Maybe. The other night, you know what? The other night, now that I'm thinking about it, listen, maybe this was a nightmare, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I heard glass breaking, and then the window in my bathroom had been shattered. I thought somebody was throwing a rager at the frat house down the street and lost control a little bit, but maybe that's the fires, with them and their bonfires and their initiations. And
kids these days are crazy. I'm pretty sure they're the ones putting all the cats in the trees.
I swear to God, I find another
breakout room. The unusual activities breakout room.
You look familiar.
You don't. I'm just assuming you're a cowboy since you got a cowboy hat on. Oh, but I'm gonna say you might know me. I am part of the circus in town. Yes, I am that Alex with the square delay.
I remember you. You were the one who took the last pack of freeze pops down at the grocery store. You saw me eyeing them.
That would not have been me. I don't, to keep my physique, I don't eat stuff like that. So you're mistaken.
Just water and ice, ma'am. But anyway, I got a bone to pick with you. That's later. Have you been noticing the massive doo-doos on people's front lawns?
I have, not on our lawn per se, but as I've been driving down, I saw, we with our circus, we are in charge of a variety of animals. So I've come to, kind of identify some different animal droppings at this point. And it looks like, somebody's horses could be pooping.
Do you got horses, ma'am, in your circus?
We have horses in the circus. They don't stay, in our Airbnb, obviously, but they're there's a little ranch up the road.
I reckon. I guess.
You're not watching our horses, are you? Or we've got elephants, we've got zebras. I think we got 2 giraffes now.
My fence got taken down that I built myself at the Home Depot. Someone knocked over my fence, and my horses are getting the blame.
Horses don't even do stuff like that. I mean, I don't know why they gonna be knocking down fences. But yeah, I mean, outside of I've seen some poop. I've seen, but my experience in the neighborhood hasn't really been that, to a huge extent. I have been seeing, just I don't know, some people who don't seem to know how to use technology. It's probably I don't know, some people, when you get a certain age, things get a little difficult. So some people have just been wandering around. I saw somebody run into that grocery store you were talking about. They just walked right into a wall. Just stuff like that.
What they look like, ma'am?
I don't know. I don't recognize these people. They're they wear mostly, long dresses. They're all probably I don't know. I mean, I think they're part of the retirement home, not in this town, but up. So I know I'm not super familiar with the area. I do know where our theater is, the main stage theater.
You're trying to blame it on the older folks, aren't you?
No. I'm just saying, it's just stuff that I've been noticing since living here.
Let's go to the maintenance breakout room, the maintenance.
I reckon.
There he is. I mean, these houses, man. What's going on with them? Why are people not taking care of their damn houses?
Well, I mean, we'll get to that in a second. But I just wanted to say first, there he is. There's the man who can make it all happen right there, Brian. I'm just super pumped to be on this team with you. This is a team, right? You run the baseball fields.
That's right.
You have access to all sorts of land, like 350 feet, right?
Oh, yeah.
Is that the biggest one?
The biggest one I've ever done? No. The biggest one in town? Absolutely.
Okay, great. Yeah. That one, that was 350 feet. Look, I mean, this is perfect because Deranged Youth is coming. Great band, by the way. They're going to be going out on tour. And I thought that, it'd be really easy to go over to Home Depot, whip up an impromptu stage and, be able to make it happen out there. You run the whole field game. So, perfect venue spot, right? I mean, it's beautiful when the sun sets.
They're looking to pay?
Oh, yeah. It'll
how
all
much
be.
Are we talking?
Huh? I mean, I could ballpark a couple figures. Nice. But anywhere between $1,000. I mean, for starters, we'll set up anything. We'll go through all the channels that it needs to for the town to be, for it to be successful and draw in a good crowd.
Yeah, see, that was my second worry. Does this town seem like a deranged youth kind of crowd?
Well, I mean, it's like the perfect kind of environment for a DY kind of crowd, short for Deranged Youth, band name. Sure. Anyways, but people aren't taking care of their houses. What's up with that?
Yeah, I wish I could tell you, man. Come out here, everything's they're all in shambles. They're all in absolute shambles.
The animal poop isn't helping at all.
If people played on my team the way they take care of their houses, they wouldn't be on my team. You know what I'm saying?
No, they'd be canned.
That's right. Exactly.
The animal poop really just isn't helping at all. I mean, all over the lawn.
Oh, my God. You know how much horse shit I've picked up off the outfield lately?
And who's the only person in this town who has access to all those kinds of animals? Brandon.
It's that fucking cowboy.
Brandon. I know. I mean, it's ridiculous. And,
Yeah, he's ruining my field. He's ruining my field.
Yeah.
Because
I can imagine they're all
Saturday morning practice.
Yeah, they're all eating the grass out there, and they're all getting full off of your hard work, and then they're pooping all over the town.
I feel like I'm gonna have to put a barbed wire fence around my damn field, but I can't do that because I'm coaching little league through high school. I can't put barbed wire up around the field.
Yeah, and Brandon's been saying that somebody knocked over his fence or something like that. Who do you think did
What,
it?
like it was a hit on his farm to get the horses out?
I'm thinking, you know.
Who the hell would do that?
Let's
We
go
got
to the
some.
public disturbance room. That'll be me and Maddie. So bring me. Okay, hi Maddie. Thank you for. You're like the oldest person I know in this town. Not that you're old. You're 37, but I'm saying you've lived here the longest, other than a lot of these new people in town. And there has been some public disturbances. What have you noticed?
Well, for starters, the pair of eyes in my living room through my window. Have you noticed this?
No.
Have you?
Whose eyes do you think they are? Can you
I
recognize?
well, I really don't recognize them. I think it's been different every time because sometimes it's it's big yellow eyes, and then sometimes it's smaller eyes, but the nose is sometimes really, really big and almost horse-like, but it just peers into your soul. And I mean, when you're trying to make matches online, I mean, it's hard, I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
it's hard.
It's not doing so well. There's not a lot of people to match up out here, and I know you've been doing some people from some of the neighboring towns because we're running out of a talent pool of people here.
We
But,
are.
I mean, think about it. I mean, a lot of people are not going to want to date Brandon. I mean, the guy smells all the time from
I'm
ranching
trying
and
to,
stuff like that. And
you
he's
know,
got
it's,
no
it's
money. He's an actor. How do you match people up? I mean, Andrea, the new guy in town, maybe we could match him up. He's only been here a week.
I, part of the job and part of the lifestyle is just believing that people can find a match, whether it's romantic or platonic. It's something that I really believe that this community can foster. I mean, the farmer and the actor, I see a great love story there, no?
Well, I don't. I think Brandon. No, I think Brandon likes to date his horse. That's why, And the whole thing
Really?
with his
Wow.
fence. See, what bothers me is I
Mm,
don't
yes.
think I don't think he knocked his own fence down. About 3 weeks ago, all these animals came in, the elephants and donkeys and zebras and horses. And
Smelly.
I think that Alex, I think what they do is they have to go out because they house them right next to Brandon's place, about maybe 200 yards up the road. I think the elephant got out and broke his fence because I thought I saw a picture of the elephant, and a lot of these people think it's horse poop, but I think it's elephant poop.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wait till they get a load of that online. They won't
yeah,
believe their ears.
yeah. There's some other shady characters like Amelia, okay? Like, you know, she's having babies for welfare. Who's
Is
the
she
father? She's
really?
married to a woman. Who's fathering these babies? I
Well,
think she's getting welfare checks from our federal government and the state government, and now she applied to get help here in town to try and get someone to help her. And the fires all around her house.
Mm,
You know,
Easton's a firefighter. They
maybe
could
she's
be,
setting her own
that could be
fires.
something
Maybe Easton's
interesting.
setting her own fires so that she's needed around here because she hasn't been around this town
Fire.
that long. And the fires started when on Easton.
Mm,
So maybe Easton is something. She could be jealous of
right.
somebody, or I don't know. There's something
Amelia's
going on.
wife.
She's jealous of Amelia's wife. Maybe Easton
I,
likes Amelia.
there's a fire there, Kent.
Yeah, maybe that's what's going on. Maybe,
I think you're onto
okay,
something.
so she's trying to get rid of, so she's trying to set up Easton's, Easton's trying to set up Amelia's wife to light the fires to get her thrown in jail so that Easton get in. But who's having the babies? Who's making those babies?
You know, could it be Brandon?
Brandon? Well, what
There's
is
a
he?
lot of funny things that happen on farms and babies and life. Could be grow,
Well,
could be
her,
could be
I,
making
yeah.
elephant babies?
I don't know, but the 2-year-old doesn't look like Brandon. I have not seen the new baby. She's always got it wrapped up. I'm beginning to wonder if there's even a baby, if she's just making shit up to get more welfare. I've never seen that baby's face.
No. You know what? I
one.
haven't either. And it has been smelly.
Yeah, let me
Sure,
see.
and-
Oh, another thing is I want to bring up, you know James, the warehouse? I asked him 3 times if I could go in and look at his warehouse, and he'll never let me go into his warehouse.
He's always been very private about his space.
He wants to be in a band, and he's pissed off, so he started a warehouse. But what the hell's in his warehouse? What does he sell? He doesn't sell stuff to our town because, no, because no one can buy anything from the guy. So what's in his warehouse?
Like drugs. Something shady.
Okay.
I don't trust him. I never have.
Teacher, the Andre, who came in here 7 weeks ago, I know we hired him to be a history teacher.
I don't think he really knows history. He doesn't know our history.
No, he doesn't know the history of this town. He thinks there is no history to this town.
No.
It's ridiculous. Okay, so I'm just trying to think if there's anybody else I need to touch on. Well, I think Alex has something to do with letting the elephant out with Brandon. And because I think
There's something going on there.
Well, first of all, Brandon came to me and said that she took some sort of thing out of the snacks, the last one at the store, and she won't say it was her. She's trying to hide it. So I think they have some sort of hate with each other about that deal. And I think that's why she got back and let the elephant out, in the middle of the night.
There's an elephant in the room.
Yeah. All right, Maddie, thanks a lot. I'm going to start bringing some other people in to talk to, and we're going to try and solve this problem.
Oh, good luck.
Okay. All right, so I need James to come in here. James and Brandon. Okay, so James, I know you want to be in a rock group. I know that you've been trying to do that. I get that. That's fine. I think we all have stuff. But I've asked 3 times to look what's in your warehouse, and you've never.
Well, it's client confidentiality. I can't actually let anybody look at the actual goods because it'd be a pain in the neck too, legally, so we can't do that. But also, it'd be a pain in the neck to open up all the boxes and then have to tape them back together.
Yeah. So you won't even let me see the boxes. So I don't even know what you're saying because I've never been in your warehouse. I mean, I know it's like 5,000 square feet, and all of a sudden you got this warehouse, and I've tried to go in there.
Easy there, Farmer Dave.
Talk to him, Ken. Oh,
easy there, Farmer
James,
Dave.
I know you. I know you. You and your little hoodlum little bandmates been on my farm, and I knew having these little activities going on back there, and then you're playing loud music on my farm.
You got photos to back those up, Farmer Dale?
Oh, I'm getting those cameras. They'll be up by midnight. Trust and believe. So if you come out there and those little
well, you just go get those permits to put up those cameras in under 24 hours, and I'll believe
they will be up. I dare you. I dare you. You'll bring your little classmate friends with you.
If you put those cameras up, I am suing you in the city for infringement on my constitutional rights to privacy.
Infringement.
Okay. Hold on a second, because I want to. Who is the client we're talking about? Who is your client?
I can't reveal that either. Client confidentiality.
So you can't reveal the client, but the client's obviously not in town because nothing from your warehouse has ever gone to our
That's
town.
the point of a warehouse. They can't store their stuff, so they need a warehouse for distribution and sales. It's not that complicated.
I think we're going to try and get some sort of a warrant to be able to go inside that warehouse of yours. And Brandon, by the way, we found out your horses were not the ones who were knocked your fence down. Remember that woman, Alex, the one in the circus, who you and her don't get along? Yeah, well, she doesn't like you.
I hate her. I hate her.
She let the elephant out, and the elephant broke your fence. And the elephant's the thing that's pooping on all the lawns. If you look at elephants,
that is some serious horse shit right there.
Yeah, that is some serious horse shit. So I just wanted you to know, Brandon. Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate clearing my name there. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever been, with Brandon, before we let you go, have you been over to Amelia's house ever?
No. Don't worry about that. No.
Don't worry about what? Don't worry about what?
You need to be worrying about getting yourself.
No, don't worry about what. Don't change the subject. Don't worry about what, dude. Come on.
Need to worry about my business.
You and Amelia, you knocking boots or something?
Oh, Blue gonna get you.
I'm gonna get up on one of your horses and I'm gonna start a goddamn stampede and run you over.
Old, but he still
worry about what?
Wow. Got a little kick to him.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay,
Come
guys,
on.
Thank you. Go ahead. I'm going to ask. I need Alex to come in here, and I need her to come in here with Easton. Okay. So, Alex, it's come to our attention that you don't get along with Brandon, and
that old farmer guy. Yeah. I mean, he's a little out there.
We went out to his fence. We went out to his fence, and we tracked. There weren't horse hooves. It was more like an elephant foot. And we're beginning to think you let the elephant out, which is at the ranch right next to his, to break his fence because you're pissed off at him. And then you rode the elephant into town, and it pooped on a bunch of people's houses, the lawns.
I have a good explanation for that. It wasn't me. It was it was one of our clowns in the circus. It's something he likes to do. He has he has a soft spot for Remy, that elephant who got out. So we've been looking for him. Who would have thought, finding an elephant would be that hard? But that's, you see the search party. A lot of people have left the neighborhood looking for Remy. So throughout the day and night.
Saying the elephants run away.
That's what we think, but at this point, I can only blame, the farmer, and there's just been some strange things that I've seen, to and from.
Yeah. Do you think that your elephant could end up being in James's warehouse, because the warehouse is big enough to fit your elephant? Do you think he may have stole the elephant?
It could be. I mean, I'm convinced at this point, nobody seems to know what's in that warehouse. I've driven by it. It's a huge space. But I'm thinking, it's something to do with him and that one woman who has some dating service or something. I mean, Maddie. I mean, who is able to run a dating service in a town this small? And yet people come and go throughout her house. I've seen.
Yeah, okay. Easton, let me ask you something, because, the elephant did escape, but there was also a fire. Do you remember the fire in the elephant area? That may.
Do I remember?
People coming after Remy now? God,
it was bad. The whole fence was lit on fire. And when it's outdoors, there's some added safety that you don't have like the fire coming down on you from above, but there's also that danger of it, spreading more. So it was scary, but it definitely wasn't the worst fire I've seen.
Easton,
let me ask you this, because I know that Amelia, she raised her hand first to be on that team, the break-in team. And then you raised your hand.
Yeah.
The fires, a lot of fires have happened around her perimeter. Yeah. And I know you told me once that you thought it was her wife that was doing that. But I begin to think that you have some sort of kind of romantic feelings for Amelia, and maybe you're trying to set up, because we didn't have all these fires before. The wife never had fires. We've had more fires since you became our fire person in town than we've ever had before. So I'm beginning to wonder, are you lighting fires?
I understand where the suspicion is coming from. Blame the single 30-year-old. She must be gay. I get it. But I need to tell you something. And I'm telling you this because I am a truth teller. I wouldn't lie to you, Kent. I broke into Amelia's house. I shattered the window in her bathroom, and I went in there to find out what was going on, because I did think it was Amelia's wife. But once I got in there, yes, I found all of the fire starter stuff that I needed to find. Isopropyl alcohol, matches, all that good stuff. But I also found that her and her wife aren't even sleeping in the same bed anymore. And the baby, I walk into the baby's room, didn't wake up one time. So I really think, I used to think it was Amelia's wife. Now I'm starting to think maybe it's Amelia. trying to
Okay.
frame her
Is
wife.
there a
I
baby?
see. So you think, Amelia, did you take a look at that second baby? Because there's a rumor in town Brandon fathered that baby with Amelia.
I mean, I wasn't there to look at the woman's children. I was just trying to find proof of her wife, burning the whole neighborhood down. But it did strike me as odd that I made all that sound and none of the kids woke up. I mean, I understand the parents sleeping. Kids are exhausting. Like, they could sleep through a tornado. But the kids not waking up, they wake up if you drop a button on the floor, usually. Like, it's
So
weird.
what are you saying? You saying the kids they're not alive? Is that what you're saying? Or what's your point?
Maybe they might not be alive. Maybe I don't even want to say it, but maybe she's like putting something in their food so they stay
Is there,
asleep or something.
are they even her kids? Are they the same kids every time, or is she like rotating different kids out?
I only broke into her house one time. Don't make me a serial break-in person. I am on the break-in committee. I wouldn't break into someone's house more than
Okay.
once.
All right. Well, thank you, ladies. You helped me out a little bit. I need to see Andrea and Maddie.
Maddie, oh my God, you were right. I found this book at the library at school. Apparently, in this town, something happened. Something really important happened. You know James Warehouse? Apparently, right under James Warehouse, there is a Native American cemetery. And there's a lot of very creepy legends about it. Someone even says that everything gets into that place turns into a zombie.
So do you think that
This is crazy.
Let me ask you something before. Andrea, can you take off your glasses and look closer at the camera? Just get your eyes as close to the camera as possible. Can you do that? You take off your glasses, okay.
Yeah.
Do you recognize those eyes, Maddie?
I do. I really, really do. Now that you mention it, those eyes look like the eyes of a public disturbance.
You've been looking in her window, haven't you, Andrea?
Sorry, I'm a little awkward. Yeah, okay, you got me. I'm a little awkward. Oh my God,
We
this
don't
is so
do that.
embarrassing. I'm sorry, Maddie. Yeah, well, since you started talking to me about, matching people,
Andrea.
I desperately fall in love with you, and I've been following you, and
So there's your stalker, Maddie.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
He's also
Andrea.
got different things he can put in his eyes to make them yellow, contacts, and he's got a fake nose to make it look bigger, like the horse you talked about.
Yes.
Yeah, I can even make horses sounds. Yeah.
Can you That's it.
That's what I'm looking in.
That's
Well,
one.
maybe Maddie, since he's
so
fallen in
embarrassing.
love with you, maybe you two can start dating.
No, that's something that I just can't. You're wonderful, man, Andrea. I love your profile. I revisit it, really proud
Thank
of
you. I
it.
appreciate that. Oh my God, please don't tell my students. They're going to mock me forever. Oh
No,
my God.
that's not my job. Not my job to do that to you. No.
Yeah.
But you can find love elsewhere. It's against, it would be too much of a disturbance, I think this town has seen too much already.
Yeah, I know. I agree. That's too much action for me. Like, I'm already panicking, my heartbeat, races every time. But
Okay.
anyway,
All right, well, thank you, guys. I'll call you back in for the final meeting. I need to talk to Brian.
Oh my God. Can I put my glasses back?
Go ahead. Yeah. Okay, Brian. Look.
Hey there.
Do you know anything about James's warehouse? Because I know you're on his team. Does he ever talk about his warehouse to you, or what's inside the warehouse? There's a missing elephant. How do you miss an elephant?
How did that right? That's a good. Wait, there's an elephant now? I thought we were still on horses.
No, the elephant came with the circus, and the elephant's the one that we found out broke the fence because of a fire that we thought that I think Easton's setting the fires, the fire person, and then and Brandon it's getting very complicated. I think Brandon may have gotten Amelia pregnant, or there's another rumor saying those babies don't exist and she's just collecting welfare. So this is getting really weird. Now, Easton's trying to blame Amelia's wife as a fire starter, but we know that Easton kind of likes them. So do you think it could be the elephant poop in the field instead of the horse poop? Because they look a little similar. They're just a little larger.
Yeah, well, they have been pretty big, so I wouldn't rule that out, definitely. Mm-hmm. But anyway, back to the James Warehouse question.
Yeah,
I really honestly don't know. Yeah, he mentioned to me there's some band that he wants to have come here, and there's a weird name, Deranged Youth, something weird like that. He mentioned that he wanted it to come and use the field as their performance venue. Now, I don't know if that's who he's keeping in there. I don't know if that's what he's using that space for. But, it could be a possibility that he's keeping – I don't want to say he's keeping the band in the warehouse all the time, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let me bring Brandon back in here for a second with you. You stay out here, Brian. Brandon, come on back in.
All right.
Brandon, we're trying to figure out what's going on. We think that you had a couple of your horses missing.
I sure did.
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
I did. Mm-hmm.
I'm beginning to think James might be selling animals from the thing. The elephant's missing all of a sudden. I thought Alex was getting back at you, but I'm beginning to think there's something going on here, that something's weird in James's warehouse.
I think they're working in cahoots. Them two. Gotta keep an eye on both of them. You see how they both trying to turn on me. And Brian, I know you too. You've been letting your kids hit baseballs into my damn farm. You gotta cut it out. Keep the balls off my farm.
It ain't my fault that your farm is 5 yards from my freaking field. My kids gotta hit the ball somewhere. The horses are going around shitting on my field, so I don't want to hear it. The ball's
it's not my horses. They just said it was an elephant. Why aren't you listening?
It could be horses too.
It could be the horses.
They have horses in this circus too. So all I know is they're missing an elephant, and there's a big warehouse, and no one can go inside of it. And I'm beginning this band he's putting together. I think they're going to do some sort of protest. I think there's going to be a protest in the town, and I think you don't want to let them on that field.
No, they best not be using my field for a protest. That's not what my field's for.
Back in for the final meeting.
Yeah, that's not what my field's for.
Okay. All right. So, Andrew. Yeah, I don't know if I got a chance to talk to Andrew, did I? So I need to talk to Andrew by himself for a second.
Oh.
If you guys could all go away, I don't think I got to.
Oh, you need to talk to me? Why?
Yeah, okay. Are you you're an actor, are you part of the band that he's trying to put together?
James? I mean, I've auditioned for the band. I'm not a great singer, but I did audition. So I don't know if I've got the role yet.
Right. You tend to leave town a lot for acting roles in other towns.
Yeah.
And you always leave in a large trailer. And you leave from the warehouse. So what's going on with you and James? Because you're the only person I know who's gotten into the warehouse. You don't have any acting jobs, but you have enough money. You know, are you an actor activist or something like that? Are you some sort of an activist trying to get?
I mean, so I'm living off my parents right now is what I'm doing, and they're paying for me to go to these auditions. And the reason that I have that trailer
to an audition, Andrew. First of all,
no, they're
question about what
paying for my lifestyle.
They're paying for your What is the lifestyle? You never had an acting job. You call yourself an actor, but then you're always in town with large kind of like truck transportation things from the warehouse.
I've been to classes and I just have all my supplies at James's warehouse, and that's why
Oh,
I
so you
have
have your
that
supplies at James's
huge
warehouse.
trailer. Yeah.
I see. Okay. Well, let's get James in here for a second before we bring everybody else back in, okay? I think I've talked to everybody individually. If there isn't anybody I haven't talked to, you please come into the room right now. But I think I've had talked to everybody now. Okay, Amelia, I need to go to Amelia. Thank you for coming back in the room, okay? Let's talk about this. James, Andrew says he's been in your warehouse.
That is correct. Andrew does have some business that pertains to the warehouse.
Mm-hmm. And why is he driving away with a large truck? It looks like it could carry animals.
Andrew has been working a little bit on the side as a warehouse worker. We've been trying to keep this under wraps because of taxes, and you know, kind of want to cut out the government to make sure that business stays local. Perfectly legal.
Well, the
Good thing to
business
do.
is staying local because all your business tends to be out of town, and Andrew tends to go out of town. He says he's an actor, but I think you two are some sort of protesters. You don't like the town. Let's see.
Got any proof of it? Got anything to back up that statement?
What are you talking about?
What am I talking about?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering. Wait a minute, Andrew.
Yeah, what?
How do you know Amelia?
Amelia, like that, I've been over to her house a few times.
So you could be the father of the
just
child? Because Brandon, the rumors Brandon is the father of the child.
Oh no, I'm 29. That's way too young to be a dad.
I'm
She's
29.
She's 29.
First and foremost. Second of all, my wife and I used a donor agency.
Well, he could have been the donor.
Yeah,
that's possible. We kept it anonymous, so that's very.
You know,
possible.
he's been looking for money, so he's been doing part-time, you know, work at the warehouse and acting, and you know, he's sure he could have donated sperm.
I don't donate sperm. That's ridiculous. I wouldn't do that. I don't enjoy masturbating.
There's a few more revelations we have to deal with here. Okay, come on back in, Alex. You can't use it. You're looking for the elephant. Okay, so here's the deal. I did some, you know, when you guys came in to volunteer, I did some DNA testing on some of you guys, and James is the older brother of Andrew.
Oh.
And we know that you're in some sort of exotic animal trade. And Alex, I think that's where your elephant went. I'm sorry if we thought you're the one who let the elephant out, but it seems that Easton is involved with the two of them as well, and she lights fires. And she lit the fire that got the elephant to get out so that James could get her. And, you know, she's only been in this town for a short period of time. Andrew is constantly going in and out of town. It's beginning to start making sense. Amelia, you know, we've never seen the face of your second baby.
Wait a second.
And you're trying to collect welfare from the city. I do know you have one baby, but I'm beginning to wonder where that second baby came from.
Yeah.
But my most recent, her name is Janie.
See,
she was born with rosacea.
Yeah.
She was born with rosacea.
Don't look like me, I'll tell you that much.
She was born with rosacea. And my other one, his name is Jimmy. My wife is making him dinner right now.
They named him after me. I must be the uncle.
Like I said,
You're the father at this point.
You're the father, Andrew. Oh my God, our family.
Andrew, I knew it. You know, the face you made when I mentioned John Wilkes Booth and the assassination of Abraham Lincoln. Like that face.
You weren't
I
God.
What face did I make? I didn't make a face.
Guilty.
Yeah, you did. You did. You did.
I mean, I have a face.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
You say you're an actor. Your whole job is making faces.
Ridiculous accusation.
Well, hold on, Alex. Alex, are any other animals missing? Is a zebra missing or any other?
No, we haven't been able to make a full check of the whereabouts. We do think that one of our camels that was actually pregnant We haven't seen the baby, so.
How do you not do inventory on your animals?
We
She's
don't know.
lying. Yes,
Oh,
she's lying.
you're one to talk, Farmer Dave.
The one in charge
All
of
your
the
horses running around.
What? You don't know how to count.
Hey.
Brandon, this isn't a good look for your profile.
James, you owe me. You owe me for all that
You a
shit on my
match,
field.
Brandon.
Okay,
So
Brandon.
much exotic
didn't do
animals
it.
on my
Let's bring it
baseball.
down
I
for
didn't
a
take
second.
a dump on your field.
No,
Okay.
not you. You're animals, dumbass.
Okay, so we know you're in an animal trade. You and Andrew are in an animal trade together, and Easton is. She's your wife, isn't she, James? Easton.
This is a goddamn
Yes, she
family
is.
business, and you have to drag
Yes,
our names through the
she
mud.
is.
What the?
She's
Guilty.
working
I'm
with
saying
you
it from the
because she
start.
travels
I'm
to
saying
different
from the
start.
towns and has
Rewind.
flyers to towns, and usually there's exotic animals, birds, stuff, and we know that's what's in your damn warehouse, a bunch of exotic animals. So I'm going to let you come clean right now, James. Let's just explain.
Oh,
You've got the
Look at that.
elephant.
Look at that.
Is
exotic
that-
Don't
animal.
be ashamed.
Are these animals the
Exotic
display
animals.
you wanted to
Sorry.
perform on my
Let
field?
James talk.
Yeah.
We need his confession.
Think you're smart, huh? Putting it all together, running around, getting the clues. Well, guess what? I've been miles ahead of all of you. And this is all centered around one crucial thing. Deranged Youth is going to have a concert in this town, and we are going to have a full circus backing us up on the field with pyrotechnics
No.
done by my
Nope.
wife.
Nope.
And it is going to be freaking awesome. And all of you bitches are going to pay me for tickets, and I'm
Marky,
making
get 'em.
money off all of your asses.
No, I'm locking the field down. The field is not authorized for this year.
Get that man.
I am not.
Not on
It's
mine.
happening.
Not
I
on
know
mine.
it's not.
It's happening.
I am
Ain't
not
gonna happen.
allowing this
Nope.
shit on my field.
At our neighborhood watch meeting, I'd like to thank everybody, and now we're going to send over some people to the warehouse. Thank you all for playing Neighborhood Watch. Let's introduce our cast. Brian,
Thanks for being here and watching, everybody.
Brandon and his horses,
Thanks, guys. That was a lot of fun. I have my horses are safe, so we're all good now.
James in the warehouse,
Deranged Youth is really my band.
Amelia, who's got a fake child,
Hey guys.
Maddie, who knows people are looking through her window,
Thanks for watching, guys.
Alex, who can't even keep track of her own animals,
No camels. I don't know. Thanks, guys.
Easton, the fire starter,
Come to the Deranged Youth concert. It's gonna be a blast.
Andrea, the weirdo who likes to look through windows,
I want my deposit back. Okay, I'm gonna move out. This is not a quiet place at all. Thank you for watching.
Andrew, who thinks he's an actor, but he actually sells exotic animals.
So, did I make a bad decision becoming an actor?
And this has been our Neighborhood Watch. I'm Ken Scove. This has been our cast. We'll see you in 4 weeks with something completely different. It might be 5 weeks because we're going to be off for Easter next week. So everybody stay with me, and we'll wave goodbye to our fans. And we'll see you guys in 5 weeks. I think we're going to be doing a courtroom